that concludes my Apple Music Replay 24. Um, I kind of felt that this was the most unique way to start the process of inviting artists to perform at the stadium. And yes, my goal my goal in 2025, is to start the process of building a music stadium, or a stadium primarily for music performances. And the reason is because music's my passion, and I can't think of any better way to spend my time, to spend my energy, and to spend the rest of my life. So I am building a stadium in Austin, Texas, primarily for music performances. And the idea of being able to get, artists as well as fans like myself of music, just as excited as I am about this process. Um, the sooner I'd find success, right? It's a 5 year process, and and I have every intent on seeing it through. So like I said, I just kind of feel like, this was a unique way to start the process of individual invites, which I will continue. And generally speaking, there is a video that I've made, where you know where I invited anyone who was interested, as well as capable of performing at a stadium, right? So that general invite, it's already been done. I'll continue to do it, just like I'll continue to invite artists on an individual basis. And it's going to look different than this, obviously, but like I said, this was the most unique way for, I felt as if it was the most unique way for me to approach this in that moment, or in this moment. One other thing I want to point out, there are a couple categories. So I like these categories. So top artists by month, right? So Nipsey Hussle was my top artist by month for 4 out of 12 months, right? So that's pretty significant. Top songs by month. Um, Everything is consistent with what I've already, kind of mentioned. The only thing that stands out as different is in January. There is a song by an artist by the name of Absolute, and that song is called "Pass Me By." Um, this is a song that I released on my label, and that label is called The Range of Life Music. So if you would do me the pleasure of checking out this song, and letting me know what you think, and while you're there, check out all of the other music singles that were released in 2023, and there was an album that was released at some point prior to that as well. So the artist's name is Absolute, and the song is called "Pass Me By." Besides that, everything as far as top songs by month is consistent with top artists as well as albums. And last but not least is top albums by month. Um, the only thing on here, actually two things on here that stand out. And if you know me, the first thing, actually, if you know me, both will make, yeah, it's gonna make a lot of sense. So in May, the top album of the month was "Still I Rise" by Tupac plus the Outlaws. Let that sink in. "Still I Rise" by Tupac plus the Outlaws was the album that I listened to the most in the month of May, right? So um, one of my favorite artists of all time, top five easily, all time, no exceptions. And the only other thing that stands out on this list that wasn't mentioned in the top 15. And remember, the top 15 is just it's just a small list of over 1,000 artists, right? So I have I have a vast library, and I'm always looking to to hear as well as discover new music, right? So you'll be surprised how yeah, it's a nice mix of music. It's not just, it's not just hip hop and R&D, R&B. Obviously that's who I am and how I was raised. So that speaks for itself. In November, the top album of November was GNX, and that's obviously by Kendrick Lamar. So top albums by month. Those two are the only two that aren't consistent with the top 15 albums. As I've said, um, my goal over the next 5 years is to build a stadium primarily for music performances, and your support, your commitment would be greatly appreciated. As I go through this process, and it's not easy, but nothing's easy. And the other thing I would say is it's worth it, right? It may be hard to see, you know, it may be hard to see from the point in which I stand, but it's worth it, and there's nothing that I'd rather do more, than what I have my heart set on in this moment, and I'm starting at zero, right? It's not a new idea. It's something that I've kind of been thinking about, and working on sometimes. So it's not a new idea, but the time is now as it relates to going from where I currently stand, to the end result, of having built and opened a stadium that will be primarily for music performances, which is the love of my life and my passion. So thanks for your time, and looking forward to responses from those first 15 personal invites, and your support is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.